It's officially started.
Episode 2
of the Djentlemens Club podcast.
Djentlemens Club. Nothing to talk about, nothing to do.
Featuring Tofu.
Tofu?
Say hello. Good job.
Got a good look. That's all you get.
You went to the soul of Tofu. He's here to take over the world and end coronavirus for good.
Tofu is here as a pledge of allegiance to cats.
Just like the Egyptians. They knew what was happening.
Egyptians got it. All you gotta do is be a cat. And you won't get corona.
Do you know who doesn't have it? Donald Trump.
Donald goddamn Trump. Keeping himself safe.
He's using the hair wig thing as a mask.
So I officially moved to Washington about a month ago. And against the law, I have not changed my tags. But the other day at a red light, someone pulled up next to me and they said, "Why'd you move from California?" So I went, just the prices and stuff like that, like a lot of things. And he said, to get away from all that liberal bullshit. And I said, yup. And he goes, "You're officially welcome here." And now I'm here.
Nice.
Took a month, but I feel welcome now.
I haven't gotten that.
So far, you haven't been asked. I think I threw him off because I was driving up in a California plated Prius, and I was smoking a cigarette with American flag mask.
Okay.
So I think he was just like,
Confused.
"Why'd you come here?"
It's like, how are you going to have a Prius and an American flag?
I think he rolled up seeing the California plates on the Prius, thinking he was about to roll up on some dude he was about to like yell at or some shit.
Yeah.
And then he saw the other stuff and was like,
He was like, wait.
"Why'd you move?"
Does it say foreigner?
It does say foreigner. Styx in Kansas. This is my first concert I ever went to. Check it out.
Wait, in Kansas?
No, it's not in Kansas.
Okay,
it's the band Kansas. It's from 2010.
Where was it? In LA that you seen it?
No. This was Mountain View, California.
And that was the first band you ever seen live?
This was the first like major concert.
Like an
I
actual
ever watched.
band? Like not a local show?
Yeah, exactly. Like this was like I played a lot of shows as a kid and stuff. This was probably before that.
When was my first? Oh yeah, I seen like a Skylit Drive in Stockton.
See, a Skylit Drive actually came out of Lodi, and I had buddies who used to like have dinner with them and stuff when they come back. But it was so weird to be like, this guy was on a world tour,
yeah,
and I'm having dinner with him. But at the same time, they really dropped off just as fast.
Super fast.
Yeah.
One album they're like it was like crazy, and then the next album
I think it was a member thing though.
Because the old singer switched.
Behind the scenes, I remember.
But they were still big with the new guy. It's just like they had one album with him too that was like pretty big, and then it was just after that.
I remember as a kid growing up with them popular though. I also remember they were a band that was formed out of side projects. Like I don't know if it's where we come from or if it's just musicians in general, but every single member of that band had like 2 or 3 other bands that they were in, and that one project blew the fuck up. And I think that's kind of where the rest of them... So I don't think they had like a super solid member base. I think as they ascended in growth, all of the members were still pretty diversified as long as like, as far as like playing other bands and stuff. So I think that's kind of why they faded so quick, was that one particular group was made up of a bunch of side projects pretty much.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So what were you doing before you joined this band, David?
Before I joined the band?
Like right before.
Right before.
Not like days, but I mean like the year before or something. Like what were you doing? Like what were your plans? We were gonna play in the band? Did you think you were gonna play in the band?
I guess before I moved back to California, I was all in sales because I was all about music for a long time, and I lived with some of the guys from Corellia and stuff. But just my living expenses were so high to be in LA and to be around these people that I eventually went to sales, and sales was getting so lucrative for me that I decided to move states. So when I came back to California, it was a big sacrifice for me because I gave up all of the ability to be in sales that I had. You know, like 6-figure a year careers were gone now because I came back and I was like faced with like being a server at a restaurant or going back to school and that kind of stuff. And I think I always wanted to be in a band that had the same kind of drive and stuff. And I always played in groups with Soma, who was the drummer. And I remember first thing coming back, meeting you. I remember actually
At
meeting
Juan's
up
house.
with Gabe, but not related to the band at all, like completely separate with other music stuff. And I met everyone in the band separately.
Mhm.
And I actually came in when Soma wasn't even a part of the band, and you guys requested me.
When he was still in the band, right?
No.
Oh, after?
After he had left the band, you guys were looking for a bassist, and I already done like a cover and stuff of a song at least.
Yeah, High Moon, I remember.
And you guys asked if I was interested, and I was super interested. And I actually felt a little anxious because I didn't want to tell Anthony Soma because he had played with you guys previously before his personal life got super complicated.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to make it anything awkward. But right before, I guess what I was doing was mostly like currency exchange. I was doing a lot of just like freelance trading, just on my own. And my music was pretty limited to whatever I came up with on my own in my garage, but it wasn't really collaboration. It was all just alone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really fun to actually be able to write music for people I wanted to write for a minute.
Hell yeah. We
Hell
first
yeah.
met at Juan's house, I remember. Torres. Juan
Mhm.
Torres. Our
Juan
friend.
Torres was a friend of mine that I never really played with. He was like a weird dude because I met up with him and Soma trying to find a metal band like years before we got involved.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like one of those dudes where I would go over pretty, not frequently, but like at least once a month
Yeah.
and just hang out with him. And I would always bring over my gear, and he always had like
His,
some
like-
sort of recording equipment or whatever.
Mhm.
So we would hang out all the time. And I remember him bringing a slew of musicians through, just random dudes.
Yeah, all the time.
And but never really playing music with them, just bullshitting
Just
and
hanging out, yeah.
hanging out, and laughing, and making jokes and
Basically what I did. I went there to supposedly help him with the recording. I did it for like 30 minutes, and then we just started fucking around.
stuff. Yeah, that's how it goes. I remember you at Soma's old apartment too.
Was that before?
That might have been before, but I don't remember the Juan one. I just remember. I remember
Really?
you. I remember you at Soma's apartment, and I remember thinking like because you were showing how you recorded everything,
Yeah, that was before.
and I was like, dude, this guy is A-level because
I forgot.
you had the clear
Oh.
ability to take something that was not understandable, and you know what I mean. Like you could take a program that no one knew in the whole group,
Oh yeah.
and you could spend the time it took to learn it.
Yeah.
And I was like, someone who does that is above the average cut, and so that's what made me want to play music with you guys. And I, of course, I already did covers, and like I said, like I did what I could.
And we were always like saying that you were gonna be the person because we had the other David in our band.
Right? Yeah, you had
As
another
bass-
bassist who
yeah.
I know, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, he's cool. I like David.
Just kind of different perspectives on bass and.
Yeah. And after that didn't work out in ways. We needed somebody else, and you were like the first person.
Yeah, I remember you guys asking me, and I was like, absolutely.
But it was just me and Gabe, and we were trying to just run as long as we can go with just me and him. That was a different time. Remember that time we played without Anthony? It was just in the backtrack drums.
There was one show between, because when I first joined, you guys, were you drumming?
I was
or
playing drums.
When I joined, you
And-
were actually
And Joseph
drumming,
was playing guitar.
and there was nothing wrong with your drumming,
Yeah, but I just haven't played as long as Anthony.
but Desoma
And he's only a drummer.
is really
That's a thing, too.
fucking good.
Yeah.
And so when we talked about having you back on guitar and having him in drums, that was it for me.
And that's because Joseph left to a different state.
He's in Pennsylvania.
So,
I'm still
it's-
recording some tracks with him. I'm sure you could check it out as it comes out.
Bittersweet.
I miss him. I honestly, Joe is the kind of guy.
That'd be cool if he just stayed as a guitarist and I played guitar too.
He's not bad at guitar, and the thing is, what he writes, because Joe actually still writes out there, and he's still coming up with stuff, and I'm happy to put bass on it.
Yeah.
His writing style is really interesting, and he has a really.
It's gotten better too.
He's gotten very better, and he also has a way with his cleans. I was gonna say, his clean stuff.
He adds.
He has a lot of good delay things.
In Corona, the tapping
like
thing.
that.
I don't know. I have no idea what that tapping thing is. That's what he did.
Right.
The tapping thing in Corona. That's why I even played. I just do the.
Right. He has some crazy shit.
But
He was really good with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. He adds to the band. I want people to add, but and you for sure add. The fucking your bass and my bass night and day because I'm a guitarist playing bass.
Right. Well, I noticed in a lot of the original recordings,
drums too. I'm a guitarist playing drums.
Right.
I just got good at like being able to hit them and stuff, but Anthony has that mentality.
He has the ability to write like a drummer and someone who's only been a drummer.
Exactly. And he's played drums twice as long as I have.
But yeah, that is true too. I mean, honestly, DeSoma actually kind of lies about how long he's been playing.
He's been playing since he was like a little kid.
Yeah, like his dad actually was in the bands
for
a long time and was doing well. Like came up with like Rush and stuff. Mm-hmm. And his dad got ripped off for a couple $100 from a club owner for doing a gig, and actually took the guy to small claims court. And when he was in small claims court,
Anyways, like that,
while he was in small claims court, the judge actually told him that he should consider going into being a lawyer, and he actually left music to become a lawyer, and then ended up becoming the music lawyer for like the Eagles and stuff.
Yeah,
like he was a really high-end music lawyer for a long time before he became a judge in America. So his dad got him into drums at I think like 6. Like somewhere around there, like his dad got him into drums when he was a kid, and I think he played with his dad's kit until maybe a couple of years ago. And he got the Mapex kit.
Yep, the Mapex kit's what. I mean, he had it for
a long time. A long time. It's an old '70s Pearl kit.
It's nice though. I mean, I like how it sounds.
Nothing wrong with it. It worked.
But yeah, that new one just looks so nice. So.
The Mapex is fire. It sounds good too.
Of course.
A lot of new cymbals. A lot of that. What is his brand of cymbals that he likes? Meinl. That's right.
I got him into those.
He loves
the
Meinls. The Crash. Yeah.
That was like that Crash brand new was like $400 by itself. I got it from not Guitar Center. Music Go Around in Stockton. Shout out. Those dudes are cool.
Music Go Around in Stockton. Hit him up. Go talk to him.
I got that was it. Meinl Byzance the extra light ride or something like that.
I remember what you're
extra thin crash. Yeah. No, I said ride. Extra thin crash. It's like I don't know, but I got that one and he was just like, yeah, these I've always liked these. Now he's buying them, so I'm glad he's buying Meinl because they're super nice.
They're good cymbals.
Yeah,
it's not good.
And I got him into the tape thing too.
Yeah, with the venues, the taping is a big deal. We could actually do a whole podcast probably just off of making venues sound good.
Because people look at that weird, but what it does is it cuts out all that annoying shit in cymbals. Because when you hit it, it's just like you're hitting metal with a stick.
Well, think about like a small venue. If you're in a smaller club, well, what's the smallest one? We played a coffee shop at night.
Yeah.
That was probably the smallest.
That living room was pretty small.
We've done a couple house shows too.
But they had carpet and stuff. But still.
My favorite part about playing that coffee shop at night was this is a coffee shop that's been in our hometown for a long time, like years. And we played a show where we shouldn't be saying this legally, but we surpassed the occupancy laws for the fire marshal or whatever.
Doesn't even matter.
This is before coronavirus and all that stuff too, so it wasn't even a thing. But we basically sold the hell out of the venue, and sure enough, the next day the guy who owned the place disappeared. He never came back. He just took the money and just literally ran with it.
He couldn't pay the next lease, I think, is what it was.
Didn't pay anything after that.
Yeah,
he was out of there, dude. And I remember that because like it was that was a shit show. Alta Luna, Hieroglyph. We got the Hieroglyph shirts.
Bitch.
What else? What else is some good shit? We've done with some shit.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about some venues. We're talking about
just
some
now
drums, some taping the drums. Smallest club we ever played.
Smallest place. That's what it was. Well, yeah.
We also played the storage unit. That might have been the smallest place, right next to the Travis Air Force Base. It's called the Bag House. Look it up. That place is an adventure.
It's better now. It's not as much of a metal. Because the reason why it was kind of crazy is because it was made. It's like a warehouse. It's made of metal, so the sound is like.
And they just set it up in some.
I played there when I played drums for Pyramid Court, the other band I was playing for, and they put like wood over some of the metal.
Okay, so they try to cover it up a little bit.
Yeah. It sounded better. It sounded better already. It's not even that small. It's pretty. It's bigger than that living room. It's bigger than that coffee shop.
What's living room are you thinking of?
Which house show? The house show that we played. One of the last ones. The ones in Stockton.
It was the one in Stockton. Was it the first one that we played that I was like really nervous about, or was it the one?
The one you were nervous about.
Yeah, I remember that one. That one was a tiny living room.
But it was cool because there was so many
people. It
people.
felt bigger because the crowd surfing and all the people moshing. And
of
stuff.
Course, but I mean it was a living room.
I gotta actually walk through the house on that one.
Yeah,
I have the wireless system, so
cool.
I actually for part of the bass stuff when it's like a bass solo, I walked through the floor plan of the house. I went all the way around. Came right back. I remember that because there was a kid that we were talking to before who had no shirt on at the house show, and so I was like, "This guy's a partier."
Yeah.
And then during our set, I started walking around the house, and we had people moshing and crowd surfing and stuff.
That was crazy.
And when I was walking around, I saw this kid. He's just sitting on the couch texting, and so I go, "Hey, you gonna see the show?" And he goes, "Nah." I go, "Okay." And I just remember shrugging my shoulders and walking away. But I was like, "How weird is it for the guy who's playing the show?" During the show, to walk up to you and just be like, "You're not gonna see it. You talked to me for like an hour."
And he's just like, "No, I'm just sitting here."
I'm just gonna text.
And you're just playing.
All right, and I just walked back to the show, and that was it. That was the end of that conversation. I was like, "Okay, well, sorry. I'll just go back to my show."
Okay, well, sorry. The wireless changes my life too.
Wireless is nice, especially at home when you're in the room and you just want to record and you're just in your chair. The Shure wireless shit.
This also changed both of our lives.
Yeah, the tune pedal. So this is a drop pedal. If you guys are into playing heavy music, it might be something to look into.
Better be.
It doesn't...
If you listen to country, don't listen to this shit.
Yeah, country does not help. It does not help. I mean, recently, this has been kind of cheating. Do you love country, though?
I don't love it. I said I like it.
I'll deal with it. I won't go out of my way to listen to country music.
Definitely not. Sorry.
The drop pedal's nice though, because I just keep my stuff in standard most of the time when I, record, and then I'll just drop it down a step, and then, or a half step or whatever, and I'll use the recording.
And then the thing that's different between me and David is that since we play in A sharp with 7 strings. I tune this to A sharp, and then these strings are tuned higher than a standard 6 string, which I didn't even think about until David told me.
This guy's wild over here. He tunes his E to an F, and then everything else in conjunction to that. And the low string is only a half step down, so it's almost like a half step down 7 string, except for the rest of the relations is actually higher. So he can have that drop D relationship with the rest of the strings from the 7, whereas I keep my stuff standard the whole time. I guess bass is also really heavily based off of 4ths going down, 5ths going up.
So beautiful.
Whereas the 7 has a little bit of a difference in it. But I actually still make it work keeping standard or just dropping. I can drop it. I usually keep my bass for live shows and stuff a half step down, and then I'll drop it an extra 2 frets or a step or whatever for the drop songs,
G sharp songs,
and then for the rest of it I can just keep it nice and near standard.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Should we tell them about what's happening this week? Or no?
Yeah, let's go ahead and tell them a little bit. All right, so we have a little bit of news that we don't want to give out too early. We don't want to give out too preemptively.
I don't even know if we should say it. It might jinx it. No, we're doing it no matter what, though. So.
But okay, so we're up to a lot of big things lately, but some of them you might not know we were even up to them until months later, weeks later at least.
What do you mean?
Think about it. When will this be released?
Oh, you're. I mean, months, man.
It could be months.
Because we're trying to get the whole. Did we?
Let's just tell them. We are working on gathering Alta Luna music videos for our new release. We're not fully finished recording all of the aspects of it, but we're pretty confident we can capture some pretty strong footage for these releases. And this next week, we're going to be starting capturing those scenes that we want.
I was just gonna say, did we even say anything about the album in general yet?
Oh, we've already talked about the album on release.
Recording and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I was talking about the music videos though. Yeah. I was gonna say the music video though, the first one, but we're releasing everything in a certain way that you guys don't know.
We kind of made a plan for everybody. That way, it will be really digestible. And we're gonna have it start off with like the singles. We'll have a nice album release. We're going to have a couple music videos lined up. We were planning a really, really big release here, and we're just anticipating that people are there to listen, like people like you guys right now, listen to us ramble. But yeah, so that's kind of our big announcement. Is we're working on our music videos, and we're working on finishing up the album here, so we can move on to playing your guys' shows when the city is open back up.
Never. Not
feels like that. We definitely will be scheduling tours and stuff. The biggest thing that keeps us moving is just being able to hear from people, honestly.
If anybody wants to ask a question, do it on the comments, please.
Yeah, why not?
We'll answer anything.
Anything.
Would you fuck my grandma? Send me a picture of your
circumcised grandma. Or not. You don't know. We'll tell you.
That is, yes.
No spoilers.
I'm circumcised.
I just said no spoilers.
Yeah, but I mean, that was a question that I just had to answer on the spot.
We're both circumcised. You're watching the Circumcised Club.
Circumcised brothers.
Brothers.
We're no hoods.
No hood.
No hood cult.
This is the new No Hood podcast.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Alright, down to get to the...
Ooh,
down? We're going to get to the nitty gritty.
This is it.
This is the nitty gritty?
This is the nitty gritty, guys.
So, when the aliens come,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think is gonna... Like, how do you think they're gonna come down? Do you think they're gonna talk to us? Or they're just gonna,
They're gonna talk to Trump. Trump's gonna set up a deal. An artful deal.
Like, secretly?
I don't know. They could have already done that, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about like in a way where
The
everybody
government
knows. Like
the government releasing more and more UFO footage leads me to believe that they already have
contact, right?
Some sort of contact. Like, I think the government will tell you like 1/10 of what they actually know. So
Yeah.
like by the time that they
Probably
give you
less
this
than that.
technology, they have 10 times that.
Yeah.
So if they're telling us that they have observed UFOs, they've probably done 10 times that.
They have, and like they've reverse engineered them for sure. They've had.
You think so?
Yes, I think so.
You're a staunch alienist, huh?
I don't know about alienist, but I don't know. I just like would think so.
I don't see why not, unless it's like so far beyond our understanding that we just can't get it.
Yeah, I don't think that we've actually made the shit though. I'm talking about like I think they have craft.
Right, and they
And they're
know how
trying
it
to.
works, or they're trying to figure out how it
to.
works.
Yes.
I could totally see that.
It's definitely way above us, like gone. Like they're able to go anywhere. If they're able to go from like the nearest star, that means they can do anything.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, I mean that's crazy. So I mean, well, that's all I was asking. What do you think they're gonna do? Are they gonna?
What are they gonna do? Do you think it'll be peaceful, or do you think they'll be angry? Is that the kind of thing you're asking?
Kinda, yeah. Basically, I mean, like, because we don't know if they make contact with like people or not. Because they might not even want to. Like, why would they want to talk to us? Like, look at this. What is going on?
Maybe aliens just want our water, our resources.
That's true. Maybe they're just like
We want oil, they want water and shit.
Since they're like people see them going in the water and shit. What if they're like digging into our core or something? and they're gonna just like eventually the planet's just gonna die, stop rotating, whatever it is, and then they just dip off.
One time I thought the internet. What if the internet was like a super intelligent being? Like it doesn't exist physically, but it exists.
It's like an AI that we already made.
Like once you discover it, it exists, and it's like sentient in its own way.
Dude, basically the internet is an AI.
It is all an AI. If you could hook up the whole internet just to process what it sees uploaded, probably a lot of crazy shit, dude.
And that's where all the money's at. The data that we share on Facebook and stuff.
Right. The data we share.
That's why that dude, Zuckerberg, looks like a fucking alien.
I love that guy.
He's insane.
What a nut.
Yeah, he's crazy.
What a nut.
He's crazy.
He straight up ripped off America to their faces.
Yeah,
Doesn't even care.
He controls like everything basically. He's insane, man.
The amount of data out there is just crazy.
And he owns Instagram too.
Those Google Home Minis, those drive me crazy.
Google Home Minis, I like
or like Alexa.
The Alexa things.
Yeah, when they listen to you, because the whole thing, even your phone, like
the phones do too. Yeah.
I remember a buddy that we used to hang out with.
That thing right there
can listen to you.
They know what we're saying.
There's a thing where you can on your phone. It's like if you say "Okay Google," and if people are watching, it might have activated people on YouTube watching this or whatever. Like if you say "Okay Google," it will activate the phone, and then you can ask.
There's fridges with Wi-Fi now.
The smart fridges. The smart fridges, they'll tell you what's in your fridge and stuff. Or you look at the picture.
There's even grills.
Ooh, I like the smart grills though.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
I like that.
I do too.
They text you when it's hot and stuff.
Yes.
Ooh, that's nice.
You don't have to watch it. But I mean, it's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't see how that'll help me that much. If I'm already drunk, I'm already drunk.
Yeah.
Speaking of last time we hung out, I got too drunk.
I know.
Yeah, I got too fucked. The reason I know is because I looked at the whiskey bottle the next morning and I was like, I'm almost out of whiskey. I drank half a bottle or some nightmare shit.
By the end of the night, you were slurring so hard. I was like, David, I didn't notice how much you drank, but I knew you were drinking the whole time, and it was whiskey too. It was a lot of whiskey. Beer. I thought it was beer for the longest time because you were just drinking.
I was drinking beer for the beginning, and then I was like, I better switch to whiskey early. I was like, I don't want to drink too much beer. And then I drank too much whiskey. And the next day I woke up with a hangover, and I was just like, oh no, what did I do?
Hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds about right. Slurring the words. Not even the words I could hear.
Oh my god. Okay, so, you would not do DMT?
I don't think I would do DMT.
No?
Not for me.
Okay, what if the aliens came down and they told everybody and everybody to realize what's happening, you have to do DMT and they'll send you a signal through there?
I don't think I'd do it. I think I'd just be like, yo, I don't trust this for a second. Aliens telling us to do some shit? Yeah, right.
What would you think it is?
A trap.
For them to do what?
Just be like, yo, if you smoke this, you'll get it. I'll be like, they put something
They're just fucking with us?
They put something
Or they put something in it, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, they don't give it to us. You just have to find DMT and do it.
Oof.
Like, they're just saying do it once.
Like, they're like, this is the answer. Like, I don't know why you guys have all this school when you should just be doing DMT. Yeah. Like, that's the end. Like, that's
taking it too literally, though. If aliens came down and told you to do DMT, you would do it.
If aliens came down, they're like, anyone who's done DMT is with the program right now.
No, they have to do it again. It's different right
now.
Oh,
we updated DMT.
They did. They're like, do it and we'll send you a signal through it.
I wouldn't be the first, that's for sure. I wouldn't be the first.
You just wait and like, alright.
I would definitely wait.
If people start dying, you wouldn't do it, of course.
Right. That's what I'm looking for. People going out of their minds or being crazy.
But like, if you're like, alright, everybody's starting to get beamed up.
If it's like, oh shit, I need to get beamed up. Yeah. I would take a quick hit of DMT real quick.
Okay, what? Like they tell you, yeah. So if they tell you, they'll take you to their planet and explain.
If they were like, yo, this shit's gonna explode. Yeah. Gotta take some DMT. We'll take you up. I'd be like, okay, give me my dose.
This shit's gonna explode. Yeah, so you would trust them.
I wouldn't wait till the explosion for that one.
I wonder what they would look like. What do you think these ones look like? Supposedly they're small, because I've been watching the Bob Lazar shit.
My theory on aliens is a little different. So my theory on aliens is like, if you would think about us 500 years before, or 500 years in the future, it's a huge difference, right?
Yeah, there's a fat difference.
And the idea that we might be 500 years in closeness to like AI and stuff, that aliens would probably be some sort of artificial intelligence.
We were talking about aliens and talking about how big they are and what they are, and we came to the conclusion that they are AI robots.
AI robots. All right, now we got to come up with the conclusion to this damn video.
Yeah. Okay, before that, what do you think they would look like? Even if they're robots, yeah, but what do you think they would look like? Do you think they would look like the gray aliens, like the normal?
They might not look like anything. They might be integrated into the machinery they use. Like a spaceship might be the whole thing.
Is the thing, yeah.
That might be the thing.
I'm sure there are those, but you don't think any of them try to like make a physical trip?
If I was going off the Bob Lazar thing, right, and I'm not like super professional with him.
Not even that. More like just in general, like even if it wasn't the ones that he was saying he specifically seen.
Right.
But you do believe that that those are real, that they've seen.
I can totally see other life forms existing.
Exactly.
There's nothing in my mind that makes me think
those ones in the videos probably are the autonomous ones, like the ones that just come down and scan things or whatever.
Right.
And but you wouldn't think that something like us, imagine us 500 years, right? We would probably be like cyborgs or something.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Super integrated with technology.
Whatever the fuck it is. We might even be full ass robots, but who knows? And but wouldn't you personally, if you're able to do it, like you have the technology to go into a ship and you just teleport somewhere and go there yourself and like see it.
Right.
Rather than just looking at screens.
I guess so. But that's a very human thought.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's a very human thing to feel. Is like you want to see it for yourself.
That's true. That is just us. But who knows? For a fact, though, I know that those damn things are from somewhere else.
You know Cthulhu? Have you ever heard of Cthulhu?
Yes.
So Cthulhu is supposed to be like a multi-dimensional being or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is like his thoughts are so far abstract for us that we aren't able to perceive why he does things.
Anything, yeah.
Or she or whatever.
Whatever,
whatever it is. So we're not able to perceive why it does things because it's on a different dimensional like level than us.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a certain degree that like we can't understand why Cthulhu would do things at the same degree that bugs might not be able to understand why we do things or animals or whatever.
Yeah.
So on that same level, it's like aliens would be completely
like
there's no idea what they would be into or if they have a theme or
that's
if
the thing with that's the thing with the reverse engineering shit. Like you would think if we do have those, right? We found one, whatever, supposedly, which is crazy.
Right.
They found one in an archaeological dig.
Right.
So that means it's thousands of years old.
Right.
And they've been here this whole time. But besides that, I would think that they have one in general. And I don't know. You would not be able to figure out what the fuck it's doing.
Fuck no.
Not at all.
It would be so abstract.
It's like
you would be looking at it like, what the fuck do I do with this thing? And there would be a billion things that you don't understand about it.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing with the car or something. Like you bring a car.
Right. Imagine one of these aliens seeing a stick shift.
Yeah, like
they would have no idea how to operate a stick shift.
That too. But I mean, if we even brought a stick shift car to the like Roman times, and we just left it there.
Right. They would have no idea how to operate.
Eventually, they might be able to turn it on and like learn how to drive it and shit. Like, oh shit! But they wouldn't be able to look at the engine and be like, yeah, we need to make that.
This spark plugs need to be changed.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The electronics are right here.
Right. So
like, what the fuck is this?
If it's been hanging out that long, it could have problems, but beyond our fixing anyways. Yeah. That's totally true.
Anything that works that can work pretty long indefinitely. Like I don't know. Like a shit. I wouldn't know.
Crank flashlight lasts indefinitely, right?
They probably wouldn't even know what the fuck it is still.
So it depends on gravity.
So turning this makes the light.
Isn't that still based on gravity though?
It's not friction. It's
the crank one might be a generator, but it's still
like a generator. Yeah. I think it's magnetic. Yeah. Like the motion that you're putting in.
Cranking the magnet causes electromagnetic field that charges the battery.
It'd be something like that, basically. But I don't think they'll be able to figure it out, no matter how long. Like
they wouldn't know why.
They wouldn't know why.
There's a lot of things that
they could see that
why?
When you turn it, it makes it do this, but why is there a light? What the fuck?
Well, why?
Or like
why would they use this?
A calculator always works. And they're
Right.
like, 1 + 1. But they wouldn't even know what the fucking numbers are, would they? Romans?
No, because it's an Earth thing. All the writing on it would be completely ridiculous to someone else.
That's true. They wouldn't know what the fuck those are. But they had math though, right? Romans had math.
Math is kind of universal. Like math works on a physical level.
I mean, a calculator
so everyone would have the same physics.
True. Like they would say, like, this is 2 coconuts.
No matter where you go, it'll always be the same physics.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but that's the same thing with aliens though. So you would think that they would be like biological, right? Or at first they were.
To be something along the lines of biological. There's a lot of like mock-ups of aliens, what they look like on different planets, but a lot of them are not intelligent. They're like, oh, this one has a big shell.
Yeah.
Because it lives on this planet, right?
Yeah.
So they come up with stuff that makes it like able to survive, but not.
I wouldn't think they would look like how. Like stand on 2 feet and stuff. I think they
bipedal or whatever, bipedal or whatever.
I think they would make whatever ones that come down here, if they are like that, they would make them look like that because we do, and we're like.
Right. Make them look like something we want to see.
And in our gravity, they're able to stand up and walk and stuff, but what they are, like floating orb things.
Right, then that can be it too.
Yeah,
they just
like,
make it look like more attractive to humans.
Yeah, like not as scary, I guess. I don't know. Who even knows, dude? But I'm ready. I know they're gonna like mug a shit when you're like, holy shit.
Then we just gotta hang out with them.
A fucking city-wide spaceship. And just like,
I've always said aliens coming would be the greatest thing for racism.
Oh yeah.
Because every race would unite against the aliens.
If they're fucking trying to kill us.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter what race you are, all of a sudden.
Dude, I don't get those alien movies. If aliens came down from a different solar system, that means it's light years away. They would not have problems blowing our planet up.
Right, they probably wouldn't need to come here.
No.
Yeah, they just
shoot lasers.
Well, what was what was it called? The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I think it's called. There was like a book.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was turned into a movie too.
I think so, yeah.
But basically like the concept of it was like Earth was put on a list of like, we're gonna make a freeway for the everyone else, and if you don't want our freeway to be here, then let us know, and we won't demolish your planet. But it was put on like some sort of like intergalactic board. You know what I'm saying? So we never made it there.
Yeah.
So, but their idea is like, if you can't even say not to destroy you, why should you be even around? Yeah. And so that was the whole idea. Is like any intelligent life would reach the board and say, please don't kill us.
Yeah.
And so we never made it there. And so we were like scheduled to be destroyed. And that's like the idea behind it is like an intergalactic freeway.
Yeah.
That we're trying to prevent.
Oh my god.
But it's like, who really cares about us?
Yeah. That's basically it. And like, the people that make the argument, like, if there were aliens, we would know by now. Like, if there were aliens around us, we would know. But no.
This year they've released actual UFO footage and stuff for the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever.
Yeah.
So we're just getting into the alien thing.
Yeah, and they would. Yeah, we don't even have shit that can like really see where they're at. Like they probably use way different shit. Like
we can't see that far. Like the observable universe is very tiny.
And that's different. Different galaxies and stuff. Nobody could say shit. That's way too far away. And of course, there's like other planets. Like, get it? No, it's stupid.
Right.
But ones that have been here, I know. I'm pretty sure they've been here, for a fact. Because I don't know. I don't even know what those things are. What if they're like people underground or something?
That would be mole people.
Mole people.
That would be wild.
And they advanced way faster than we did for some reason.
But they just couldn't be on the sun.
Yeah. Because we can't say they're from space.
You ever seen Incredible 2?
For a fact. But those things are weird, but I mean... But what?
Incredibles 2, I think, is about mole people.
The mole people,
Isn't it? I haven't seen it myself, but I want to see it.
I've seen it. The first one was better, but it was still good.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it. The thing is, the first and the second one came out so far apart.
Yeah.
That it made it so I never saw the second one. I was like, the first one I was like a child. The second one I was too old. I just never
Have you seen the fucking memes of what's her face, Miss Incredible?
With the stretching.
With the stretching?
No, maybe not.
But like how they say that she's like thick and shit.
Yeah.
The thick meme.
Yeah.
They made her even thicker in the new movie. It's hilarious.
Really?
Over exaggerated.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can tell, and I'm like, I've seen a meme before I've seen the movie.
She can adjust her body though, so theoretically
she just made herself
whatever
thicker
she wants.
She's like, yeah, if you talk about it, so I'll make it thicker.
I'll make it thicker. Yeah, I guess so.
But I guess they like seen the memes. Were like, these people like this. Let's make
Disney.
it better. Disney, yeah, dude. They sneak shit in.
Mm. They have the badonkadonks.
The badonkadonks.
Mm-hmm.
But like they made it so exaggerated. Like her upper thigh was like this big, and it like
really
like yeah, it's crazy. If you watch the old movie and the new movie, you would see it.
I'll have to watch it. I'll do it. I will.
Because in that movie, she's the one that like goes out in the hero suits and shit and the spandex and all that.
She's the hero.
Rather than the dude. I'm telling this whole story right now.
I'll see it. I'll watch it. I like Incredibles. I don't mind.
Yeah, even if you know the story, it doesn't matter. I can't. It's all coming back to me right now. It's crazy. But yeah, it was alright. You'll like it. It's the same movie.
I'll have to watch it. Anything else for this podcast?
Dicks.
Just dicks.
Long dicks.
Long dick style. This podcast is sponsored by Long Dick.
Magnum 2.5 thousand.
2.5 thousand. I don't think I have anything else to say for this podcast. I think that's about it.
We went from music
Music
to
video,
to aliens to Mrs. Incredible's thickness to long dick.
which I gotta check out. Next podcast, I'll hit you up and tell you about whether I think she's thick too.
Oh, that's a definite, but too thick is a thing. Disney, I'm disappointed in you.
Really? You think she's too thick?
In the new movie, they over-exaggerated it. You can't over-sexualize Miss Incredible. She was fine enough in the first movie.
Please don't over sexualize animated characters.
You're gonna get kids into hentai early.
Way early.
It's not healthy for the brain.
It's not healthy for anyone except for Ray Delphine's pocketbook.
What?
What?
What is that?
It's some e-girl. Just another e-girl.
That's all there is nowadays, man. E-girls and tofu. So, bottom line is, Tofu is the alien. He came here. He left all these ships around so people can start messing with them. And when you think he's, like, 20 years from now, when you think he's gonna die from old age, he's gonna disappear. Just... And then once Tofu's off the planet, they're able to attack. Because they didn't want to destroy Tofu.
That would suck.
And then we're gonna just get obliterated. They'll glass us on purpose. They could just make the planet...
Glass us, dude. Halo style.
Instead of just like making the planet just disintegrate, they're just gonna
Glass it.
glass the planet slowly.
I remember Halo and the glass planets.
It'd basically be like that, minus us having Spartans, because that's not gonna happen.
No Spartans.
It's just us. With
I don't
our
think
tank.
they even won in that game.
They didn't.
In ODST, I think they lost.
They were getting fucked up for the longest
I think the
time.
whole time they were just getting fucked up, planet to planet. You just evacuate as they get glassed.
They just
And then the last mission was just survive.
Yeah, the reason why they didn't get destroyed mostly is because the flood. Flood happened. And the flood destroys everything.
Right.
So they were just like, they started doing a little bit better, but I mean, and then they started finding the Forerunners shit, like and started using
The old ass shit.
They started reverse engineering the Covenant's fucking.
Ooh, got you though. Cat claw.
Energy shields. But humans are already crazy at that point. They're in different colonies and different planets.
Right.
And the aliens came at that time. Right now, we're on one planet. We're talking about living on Mars.
I'm not even there yet.
No. They would fuck us up, dude. The elites are like... Oh my god, they're like 8 feet tall.
Right. Well, even the humans in Halo were supposed to be like
They were
hella tall.
They were fucking mega steroids. Like they were able to like pick up a ton. Like
Right.
bunch of Batmans.
Yeah.
And then Master Chief was punching holes through them. Like Master Chief.
He was the ultimate one of them.
Because most people died during that.
Yeah.
They put like fucking shit in their brains. Dude, those books are so good.
Never read them. Gotta read the books.
The books are so good. It's crazy, man. I love Halo. The whole lore of it's insane.
Dude, so many video games have great storylines.
Yeah, great storylines. Yeah. Video games are life.
Video games.
But if you get too sucked in,
You'll never write music.
you'll never do anything. You can go too deep.
It's true. You can't go too deep.
When VR comes out, I'm scared for myself. Scared for the planet.
The VR will get old.
No.
It's gonna be like you're gonna take it off and be like, oh, I'm in the same VR.
I'm in the same VR.
It's gonna be like, now I just have to drink orange juice because I'll die if I don't.
What?
It'll be all VR. Everything will be VR.
I mean, I guess basically. But this one would be so boring because you can't fly and shit.
That would suck.
Because in the actual VR, in like VR headset, oh shit, when you're able to like go to sleep basically and you're just like doing whatever you want, and you can shoot fireballs and you can slice monsters up and shit. And you don't, when you die, you don't actually die. Here, if you go outside and get shot, you're dead.
You're dead. That's the last one.
And it hurts.
And it hurts deeply.
Yeah.
It really doesn't feel good to get shot in real
Or
life.
get hit by a car or something. Like in the VR, you're like, oh, that was nothing. Oh, let's do it again.
You wake up again.
And then you can like do anything. You can go to different planets. Planets we made up and stuff, but it's way better than this one. You just got to make sure you wake up to eat. And that's basically it.
That's it. IV.
People wouldn't even want to go to work. They live in a tent and just be in the VR planet the whole time.
That's the truth, though.
Because all you have to do is make sure you're not going to be dead, and then just put it on. It's like, this life's so much better.
So much better.
So much
Yeah. And the
That's
Travis Scott burger.
better. Dude, he's in Fortnite. Now he's Travis Scott burger and McDonald's.
He's killing it. You know why? You know why I think he's doing the McDonald's burger?
Why?
Because Kylie Jenner just got knocked off the billionaire list.
He needs that money, dude.
He needs that money to put her back on, dude.
He needs that money.
You gotta get a sponsorship with McDonald's. First one since the 90s.
He's trying to be the president after Donald Trump. He's like, I have a chance.
I think the last McDonald's sponsorship meal they had was Michael Jordan.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's old.
Yeah, that's old, dude.
20 years ago or something was the last time they had one.
Holy shit. Yeah, they usually have like movies or like, yeah, like The Incredibles or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or like whatever the fuck it is.
The last time they had a real artist was 90s.
Yeah, that's
Michael Jordan. The athlete, I guess, not really an artist.
Yeah, not even an artist. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Never seen like a. I don't even know.
Even the Travis Scott burger isn't a different burger.
No.
I think it's a quarter pounder with fries and a Sprite. I think that's the Travis Scott meal. I think it's supposed to be like Travis Scott's choice McDonald's meal.
Yeah, but.
Not like a McJordan burger.
Yeah, like a different thing.
Right. No, yeah, Mick Travis or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know what they call it. Mick Scott.
That's
There's
so
nothing
funny,
different.
dude.
Yeah, it was the exact same deal. Just I would have taken the McGangbang.
Yes.
I would have been like, give me the
Give me-
McGangbang. I want that to be McDavid burger now.
McDavid. Oh.
That would be tight. A
That would be
McGangbang
tight,
and your
yeah.
name would be like, dude, I got it though.
And it's like $2, so it's because it's.
Yeah, because it's the
It's a
two
chick-
for
a
whatever.
McChicken
Yeah,
and a fucking McDouble.
fucking that's it, dude.
And McDavid.
And you put the chicken between the McDoubles. That's the trick.
Yeah.
You got to pry apart those
Yeah.
two patties and put the chicken
Yeah.
in between.
Dude, that shit was like the best thing.
Some people put the buns in between too.
Yeah.
Like they'll put the whole McChicken in there.
inside of it. Yeah.
I didn't do that at
No.
first. It took me a minute. I used to just put the chicken in there, and I just had two buns hanging out, and someone's like, dude, just put the buns in there.
You made the McDavid and
I
the
was
McDouble
like,
David.
Oh no, McDouble David. That sounds scary, dude. McDouble David. I like the double David.
That sounds scary.
I don't know if I'd fuck with that. That sounds like a heart attack.
Especially at McDonald's, dude.
Especially at McDonald's.
Ah, McDouble David.
McDouble David. McDonald's is just no good.
Alright. We said we were gonna stop, but now we're gonna stop.
That's it, guys. No more for you until next time when I'm back in Washington.
This isn't weed, this is crack.